I can't even begin to tell you how many times I tried to do this right, but I'm just gonna wing it. I don't even care anymore. I was gonna tell you about the Earth's magnetic shields, but I'll just put it in the description below so you can read it for yourself and decide for yourself if you believe that it's still collapsed or that it's up or whatever you want to believe. But I'm going to tell you about a dream I had. And if I keep looking that way, it's because I had wrote it down and I have a split screen on my computer. So it's going to be about the two Nebrew dreams I had. And if I start crying, I'm sorry. It's because I've already started to cry. So I hope that this helps any of you. And I'll tell you first about a tsunami dream I had that was basically about the Golden Gate Bridge having a tsunami. That was basically it. So, yeah, that was it. And so, this first Nebrew dream I had the same dream almost where I was in my backyard with my mom and two other people, and it was night. We were looking at the stars, and I saw Jesus, and he took me through time, and you could see the universe flying past you and these clocks that were ticking by. And it was kind of like Alice in Wonderland, which I thought was really weird but cool at the same time. But anyway, in the blink of an eye, literally in the blink of an eye, he showed me everything that was going to happen in that much time or less. So all I could remember seeing was water, fire, and crying, and then hearing this growl. And immediately this immense fear just came over me, but I didn't even remember what I saw until I've had dreams about what I saw, and then I remembered, hey, that's kind of what he showed me, you know? And then, anyway, back to this. I'm guessing he must have known that I was engulfed in fear, because after that he showed me the tree of life, and standing right next to it was the book of life. And it was in this kind of vision glassy thing, but you could feel the presence of Jesus and his love coming off of it. And you could feel this serenity and peace coming off of it. And just by looking at it at first glance, it washed away all of the fears that ever could and ever will consume you. It was the most beautiful thing I could have ever seen. And then after, I asked him if I could stay there. And he said I wasn't ready and put me back on the earth. And the peace that I literally had felt in my soul and in my body when I was up there looking at that just fell. And I remember looking, because, sorry, my foot fell asleep, because my parents were looking at this way, where the sun would rise, and we saw this huge planet, which I now know is Planet X. And I was just like, whoa, you were taken aback, and this immense fear just suddenly came over you. And people were running around and screaming and breaking into banks and doing whatever they could to survive, basically. And then I saw Jesus start to fly away on his horse, and I reached out to him, and I started wondering and thinking, why did you show me this beautiful stuff just to put me back on this earth with this horrible stuff that's happening? And that was the end of it. That was the end of that dream. And then a few months at the beginning of this year, I had another dream. The other dream is about me traveling on a plane to Japan without my mom and my sister and my other sister, because we were all talking at first and they had wanted to go with me, but I insisted I go by myself at first. Anyways, I get to Japan or China. I'm not sure if it was Japan or if it was China. I think it was Japan. I'm not sure. But anyways, I get there and there's this girl and she buys me food and she was about to give me shelter because it was getting late, and I said to her when we first met there that I didn't have any money. But then my mom came running up with the money in her hand and her bags and my sister's. And so when we were walking to the hotel, suddenly this earthquake came, and these buildings, the buildings started to fall and break off piece by piece, and then they all started to collapse like chalk, like dust. They fell into dust. They fell to dust. That's how it was. That's how bad the earthquake was. It made the cement fall to dust. But the pieces of rubble started to hit people, and sinkholes started to open up, and everybody was screaming. And again, we saw Planet X before all of this had happened, and that same distant, almost, but yet immense fear came over us. And we were just so confused, and we were so worried, and we were like, where are we gonna go now? Where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go? And then suddenly the earthquake broke out. And then after the earthquake, I woke up. Because I think a piece of rubble fell on me and I died too. But that doesn't matter. I woke up. And that was the end of those two dreams that I've had. Am I missing out on anything? Okay, no, I'm not. But I will tell you exactly what's going to happen. Christians, if they find you and they find out that you're a Christian and that you're not cooperating with them, the government will kill you. Martial law will come. You will go bankrupt. All of the stores will close. They will be forced to close. We will be forced into the wilderness. It'll be like all of the Hunger Games, but the government is involved too. It'll be like that. And if you're a Christian, it's a very narrow path you're walking on. But it's all for the better in the long run. And it's the righteous path. to be walking on. Before that happens, I think that before or after, the Nephilim giant things will start to manifest into the physical. They will create chaos. They will consume, eat, kill, and hurt people, especially the Christians. There will be war, and it will not be pretty. Planet X will cause the beginning of all of this. Russia and China, they will be the ones that we go to war with. Either both of them or one of them. They will bomb the streets to make sure that you stay inside and that you cooperate. And if you ever do manage to escape, they will track you, they will find you, and they will kill you. So turn to God, because He can protect you from what is coming. Please. He can shield you from this evil that is rising. I'm sorry if this was a lengthy video. I apologize. And please stock up on food and water. Jugs, gallons of water. Just stock up on it. Canned foods that do not need to be cooked. I highly suggest you get fruits and nuts and just anything. Any type of food that will not go bad easily and quickly. Stock up on it, because it's coming. It's coming fast. It's coming imminently. So we need to be prepared. God is warning all of His people, and I didn't even want to make this video, but if it helps you and it's helping a lot of other people right now, then subscribe, like, comment, do something so I can continue sharing my dreams, because I have a lot more dreams to share with you guys. So again, sorry if this is long, and I love you all, each and every one of you, and God loves you too.